Hi, my name is Mark Stratton, and I'm the General Manager of Large Engines. Welcome to Caterpillar Seguin. We have a great team here, and we wanted you to hear from some of our folks talking about what it's like to work here. It can be physically demanding, but incredibly rewarding. The products we make here power the world. Come be part of the Caterpillar team.
Some of the things I like working at Caterpillar are the opportunities. You learn a lot. A lot of people give you those opportunities to learn those things.
One of the good things I like about working at Caterpillar Seguin is meeting the diverse, different people from all walks of life.
You can grow and gain more experience to move on.
I will tell you it's hard work at first. You're gonna wear steel toes, stay on your feet for 10 hours a day.
A little labor intensive, but once you get used to it, you feel accomplished of what you've done for the day.
I'm very proud to work here at Caterpillar, knowing that we're supplying engines for hospitals and transportation boats, taking product to different countries. Makes you feel good about yourself.
We do have great teams, great support, and it just provides this great environment to do continuous improvement and provide great product to our customers.
Welcome everyone to the Seguin Chamber's 100th Banquet and Awards Ceremony, our virtual Centennial celebration. My name is Kendi Gravitt, the president of the Chamber and part of the Chamber team since 2003. I have seen this city and this Chamber grow and change quite a bit over the last 17 years. I am proud to be a part of this community and to call Seguin home. We have a very exciting event planned for tonight. But before we get started, I'd like to invite Reverend Marcus Bagot of Emmanuel's Lutheran Church to lead us in prayer and the pledge.
Good evening, my name is Pastor Marcus Bagot. I serve as senior pastor of Emmanuel's Lutheran Church right here in Seguin and also have the joy of serving on the board of the Seguin Area Chamber of Commerce. Will you join me for a brief word of prayer followed by the Pledge of Allegiance? Blessed and holy God, your vehicle of community support and advocacy, the Seguin Area Chamber of Commerce, celebrates its 100th birthday, and for that milestone we give you thanks. Over the decades, you have called and equipped hundreds of leaders, both new and seasoned, to places of leadership in our community. You have given space and creativity for entrepreneurs to take hold of new possibilities and create opportunities for new business, deeper and more sustainable growth, and lasting relationships. As our chamber looks to its next 100 years of service, equip and sustain its staff and board to be visionaries of all that might come our way. Support and maintain our business partners and members with lasting growth and a renewed sense of purpose in 2021. And for our time together this evening, as we celebrate, even though separated by the pandemic, that our toasts may be full of excitement and cheer, our awards be life-giving and well-received, and the look at the new year that is to come be full of wonder and hope. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Pastor Marcus. Like with any chamber event, we could not do this level of program without the help of some amazing sponsors. At this time, I'd like to thank each of our sponsors. Our presenting sponsor tonight is Caterpillar. Our Centennial sponsors, CMC Steel Texas, Guadalupe Regional Medical Center, and the City of Seguin. Our historical sponsors, First Commercial Bank, First United Bank, HEB, Seguin Gazette, and Advanced Home Health Services. Our Memory Lane sponsors, Cargill Animal Nutrition, GVEC, GRMC Volunteers, Prosperity Bank, Seguin Economic Development Corporation, and the Kaler Company. Our teal sponsors tonight, Alamo College Central Texas Technology Center, Alamo Group Texas, Lea Phelps Realtor, Schertz Bank and Trust, and Texas Lutheran University. Thank you again to each of our sponsors. Now the moment you've all been waiting for. Tonight, we will be celebrating 100 years of the Chamber of Commerce. 100 years of the businessmen and women of this community coming together to accomplish great things, working together to improve the quality of life, and building strong businesses together. So tonight, let's take a stroll down memory lane through the eyes of some of your favorite people. Remember, history has its eyes on you.
Hello, I'm John Kemple, State Representative for Texas House District 44, and would like to congratulate Seguin Chamber of Commerce on 100 great years. As Kemples, we've been proud members of the Chamber for the last 40 or 50 years. Edmund served as president for the Chamber, I believe, in the early 70s, and we're just so happy to be a part of it, just so happy to be a part of Seguin and this community and all the great things that y'all are doing and that we're doing together. And like to wish y'all another great 100 years.
Hello, Seguin Chamber of Commerce. I'm Dr. Donna Campbell, and I'm honored to be your Texas State Senator. This is your Centennial. About 100 years ago, a meeting was held to organize the Chamber of Commerce of Seguin with the sole purpose of promoting commercial resources. In your history, the Seguin Chamber of Commerce has influenced the growth and the quality of life in this very unique and wonderful community. With a century of achievement behind you, I know that you'll all continue your commitment to the city of Seguin. Because of your continued hard work, I've got great confidence that Seguin will remain vibrant and prosperous, that shining star in Texas for generations to come. We gotta work to keep Seguin as well as Texas strong. Because why? We don't have another Texas to move to. Congratulations, Seguin Chamber, on your centennial birthday. May your next 100 years be as successful as the last 100 years. God bless you. God bless our military and our veterans. Bye for now. Merry Christmas and stay safe, doctor's orders.
Well, hello, Seguin Chamber of Commerce, and happy birthday. Happy 100 years. You've been such an integral part of our community, and we want you to continue that. We want you to continue another 100 years plus. You've been amazing. You help make us who we are, and we thank you so very much. Happy birthday.
Hello, City of Seguin. I'm Steve Parker, your new city manager. And I want to take this opportunity to congratulate the Chamber of Commerce on their 100-year anniversary. It's been an amazing first year for me. I've learned so much about the community and their vast history. But the one thing that stands out to me is this economic engine that we have here in Seguin. Seguin leads the state in the number of manufacturing jobs per capita, and that doesn't happen by accident. But it's all happened because of the relationship we have with our city council, our community, and the Chamber of Commerce. We're able to tell a story here that differentiates us from other cities and other communities of why we're the best place to be. And when you add on these beautiful assets like the beautiful library, the Walnut Springs Park, it just tells a story that's just going to be amazing, and will transition the city into something that we can all be proud of. And I look so forward to working with you in the future.
Stanley Nauman. I was involved with the chamber from about 60 forward all the way. Still involved, yes. The year I was president, we moved the chamber office. It was on Gonzales Street, and we moved it from there to, we built a building down on Central Park. We moved to Central Park. We were there for a while. And then from there we moved up to the building next to the Texas Theater. And then from there we moved to the present location, which was the Savings and Loan at the time. And the Savings and Loan changed hands or moved, and so we took over the building. So in that building, that's where the chamber is now, was the parking lot for my dad's old grocery store. So I've seen a lot of changes on all that. Well, the chamber is kind of the business aspect, the PR section of the city. I mean, they go around and promote business to come to Seguin, and it's a function where you meet fellow business people, fellow people in town when they have a function, and it does real good there. Started with the check. I was in the service and back, and then Gene Dieter and he had a Ford dealership at that time, and he and I went around and visited every chamber member, few past chamber member, and they said, no, well, we want you to become a member again. So we built the chamber from little or nothing to a good sized membership. And he and I worked everything, and we'd visited all the chambers around there, banquets and stuff, all the cities around. And so we got to know people and pick up their ideas and use them here. And it worked out good. It worked out real good for us. Well, I enjoy taking pictures. I always have. As a kid, I had a camera, and then just graduated on up to better cameras. And it's just history, and I enjoy recording stuff for history, so that in like 20 years from now, what are they going to see? You know, it's going to be around, and so you can kind of document what history is. And I don't know if you've been in the chamber. That wall is all the pictures on the wall in there. I put all those up there with what it is and when it was. So that's a little bit of history that will be there for years to come. And it's kind of documenting what's been there and what's still here. Well, for new members coming in, whenever there's a chamber function, it's good to go ahead and go to it. And if you're a new chamber member, they give you a plaque that you can put in the window, chamber member. Put that up to help advertise the chamber, and that you're part of the community now.
I'm Steve Kaler of the Kaler Company. We started our business at general contracting, architectural millwork business, and my father did in 1954. I've been there 47 years. I am now CEO of the company and kind of winding down. 47 years of good work and many good customers clients in Seguin, Texas, and the area. You know, I can always remember going down to Starkey Park, and if I understand the question right, I'm going to Starkey Park and buying hamburgers at Herbo's Drive-In, probably in the late 60s, early 70s for 5 hamburgers for $1. So, and Blessings Dairy Queen here in town, which was over by Joe F. Segert Middle School, they had great cheeseburgers for 35 cents a piece. So, as I remember those kind of good old days. It's a little different today. I was a member back in the 70s when I got home from school. I graduated from A&M. First I went to Texas Lutheran for a little while, and then graduated from A&M, and got involved with the chamber back in the 70s. I was an officer. I was never president, but I was secretary and vice president during the years when Nick Costas, Alan Drybrook, Greg Sublett, Gary Sanderclock were running that, and Stan Ledbetter was also the manager of the chamber at that time. It was good years. It was good, enjoyable fun. Put a lot of work into it, but it was enjoyable. It was good for our company. People learned what not only was Charles Kaler involved, but so was his sons. As my brother Greg runs our architectural millwork operation also, and he's been a big player in working with the chamber and other civic opportunities here in town. Each year we always have our annual banquet. Those are always very nice. Get to see a lot of different people. But my favorite chamber events, I was in charge of the Ag Committee when I was an officer at the chamber, and in that Ag Committee we wanted to bring to the community our agricultural folks and what they've done for this county and city. One of my most favorite events that I remember, we did several horse ranches here in Seguin and Guadalupe County, and one of them was the Merrick Ranch, and they raised a horse called Special Effort. Special Effort's the only quarter horse in racing history that has ever won the Triple Crown of quarter horse racing, which is that race is done out at Rio Dosa. And Marvin Seelig and Emmett Donegan and Alan Merrick raised that horse. It's a very special horse that came right out of Guadalupe County and went on to be a very famous horse. I would think words of wisdom. I think it's so important to get to know the folks of this town. I've been here 69 years, born and raised, and I know I'm very proud of this town, and I think the people are very friendly. I think we're going in a good direction. We're going to grow, but we're going to grow properly, and we want to grow as good citizens, not strangers to each other. Chamber helps, take away the strangeness of different folks. We get to know each other through the chamber, and I'd say that is probably one of the biggest things about our chamber, I think, is that we all come together to make Seguin a better place. So I enjoy being a chamber member, and would push it on anybody that comes to Seguin to become a member of the chamber.
Hi, I'm Pat Sagaville. I love Seguin. I grew up here, graduating from Seguin High in '64 and TLC back in '68. And I have been involved in the business community in the travel business for 58 years. I started with my dad in the old Seguin bus station downtown Seguin. Did you know we had 19 buses a day stop there? We had 7 taxi cabs running from our depot, and I was the dispatcher with a 2-way radio. And then we had both Continental Trailways and Greyhound, and we sold bus tickets and mainly Package Express. It was seeming like that was the growing trend. The car dealers in Seguin and other businesses had parts shipped from San Antonio every day, and the 512 Greyhound from San Antonio brought 5 to 10 packages for the car dealers. We knew we had to call them because they needed those parts for their cars. in the long run, my dad found out the airline business was more profitable than the bus business. And who would want to fly to New York City by bus? Not very many people. Going to Dallas by bus was not even the mode anymore. So he started the travel business. In our bus station, the bus door to the buses coming in opened on to the east, and it was just basically a vacant lot. The whole city block had 2 or 3 houses, a gas station, and an old feed store. In the late 50s, early 60s, everything was bought, the property was raised, and soon the building was started for the Economy Furniture and Reitman's. That was some awesome building that we watched build up, and it soon became that fine 3-story building furnishing Reitman's and Economy Furniture. And then across the street from that, the First National Bank built their new building on Court Street. Next to that, the other Donegan brother built Seguin Savings. And across from that was the post office, and they built that magnificent building a whole lot in the late 50s. And then south of them on Travis was Saugabill's, and they built their huge building in the late 50s, and some people referred to it as a mini Walmart before Walmart. It had a sports center, a appliance building, parts house, a boat center, finance. They even had a meeting room up on their 3rd floor that was open to the public. And then south of Court Street on Travis was our bus station.
I'm Debbie Cottrell and have the great honor of serving as president of Texas Lutheran University. I'm happy today to talk a bit about the great history and connections between what is now the Chamber of Commerce and TLU, but both groups started differently, of course, a long time ago, which is what we're celebrating. So TLU came to Seguin in 1912, but we began originally with a different name in a different city. We were located in Brenham and were more of a pro-seminary than a college. And we existed in Brenham with some rough start in the early days, but made our way through. But there was a lot of question about how long TLU would stay in Brenham, or what was then before TLU, what became TLU. And that had a lot to do with the fact that Blinn College was also in Brenham, and there was some competition. And Brenham was a pretty small place, and could 2 colleges or emerging colleges actually make it in that town? And so the Lutherans were already thinking about maybe needing to find a new home in their early years. And as the years went on, there was some similar thinking going on in Seguin about how great it would be to recruit some sort of educational institution to come to town. And in the nice way that things sometimes work out, those 2 initiatives sort of moved on parallel tracks. And by around 1910 or so, the Lutherans in Brenham at their institution, and then the Men's Business Club of Seguin, which is what became the Chamber of Commerce, were talking about the possibility of the Lutheran school coming to Seguin. And it took some conversations. I understand there was a very significant conversation at one of the banks downtown, some deal making, some back and forthing between the institutions. But by 1912, everything had been sorted out, and the plan was made for what would become Texas Lutheran College and then Texas Lutheran University to move here. A couple of interesting facts that I'm happy to share with you all. When the deal and the conversation was going on, the deal was looking to be made, Seguin and through the Men's Business Club made a very generous offer, indicating that they would provide the land for the institution, that they would provide free utilities for 10 years, and that they would provide some cash to help the institution get going. That was a good deal. That would be a good deal today, and it was certainly a good deal then. In turn, there were conversations about where to put the school, and there were three possibilities that were presented. One just north of downtown, marked today by College Street because there was so much thought that the college might go there. Another idea was to put it a little north of the area where the train depot was, and of course that would have made sense in a lot of ways. But the third area, and it's the area where we sit today, was over here at the Fritz Farmstead, where there was a lot of land, and I think also a family member who was Lutheran and also in the Men's Business Club was very instrumental in helping strike the deal that made this area, this land on the west side of Seguin, the place where what would become TLU landed. Once that was sorted out, then what the school said in response, what the Lutherans offered, was that they would build some buildings, which they did. They would offer a strong curriculum, which they did, and I would say we still do. And they promised to stay for at least 15 years. And that was in 1912, so I'd say that we've certainly happily kept our end of the bargain and are so glad to be here today. So on behalf of Texas Lutheran University, I want to send my best wishes to the Seguin Chamber of Commerce and congratulate you on your 100th anniversary. What a great accomplishment, and please know how much we look forward to working with you and being your partner here in Seguin for at least another 100 years.
CMC is justly proud of its storied past. It is a story of scrap yards and steel mills and of hardworking people who recycle metals and manufacture steel and fabricate it into finished products. People who connected the buyers and sellers of metals all over the world. It is a story of valued workers and visionary leaders, an enterprise whose steel strengthens one-of-a-kind landmarks and everyday infrastructure. It's a great story of commerce, full of inspiration and aspiration, steady progress, and dramatic breakthroughs. A story that began in 1915 when Moses Feldman opened a recycling yard in Dallas, Texas. Embodying the American dream, Moses left his native Russia and through hard work, integrity, and ambition, found a land of opportunity. The Russian immigrant named his enterprise American Iron and Metals, and it became one of the major secondary metals processors in the Southwest, until the stock market and the economy crashed in 1929. The strain on his business affected Moses' health, so his youngest son stepped up to care for his father and the company. Jacob Feldman would prove to be a visionary leader, guiding the company for the next 38 years. He established the Commercial Metals name. Meanwhile, in 1947, another visionary who would play a crucial role at CMC, Marvin Seelig, bought a cornfield in Seguin, Texas. On it, he built SMI, a rolling mill that would eventually produce its own steel. In 1963, SMI became part of CMC. Today, CMC is proud of its past, but focused on the future. It is a future built on the foundation of millions of tons of metals recycled, melted, rolled, and fabricated, and built on relationships with people, customers, employees, communities, and shareholders, past and present. Today, CMC is looking to the future, a future that will be as storied and as strong as the past.
Welcome to this historic first ever virtual award show for the Seguin Area Chamber of Commerce.
While we wanted this event to be in person, we definitely still wanted to take the time to recognize some of our outstanding community leaders.
We hope you enjoy the show. According to John Maxwell, the heart of a servant leader is to focus on empowering others. It isn't how far we advance ourselves, but how we advance others. Dr. Gutierrez embodied the heart of a servant leader when he made the decision to serve the community of Seguin ISD in the face of a pandemic when offered the opportunity to advance his career in a different community. Dr. Gutierrez worked alongside his team as together they accomplished their goals and served the community. We are honored to present the Servant Leader Award for 2020 to Dr. Matthew Gutierrez. Congratulations.
Hello, I'm Matthew Gutierrez. I am the proud Superintendent of Schools for Seguin Independent School District. And on behalf of the Seguin Independent School District, I would like to accept this award from the Seguin Chamber, and I would also like to share my absolute appreciation for the Seguin Chamber and everything that they do for the school district and our community.
The Seguin Economic Development Corporation works tirelessly for the improvement of workforce development in the Seguin community. They continue to find ways to partner with the local school districts to bring opportunities for those students to get workplace experience through local manufacturing tours, job shadow events, and career fields. Through their continued efforts to build relationships with the schools and businesses, our students have had the opportunities to be a part of a talent pipeline program that can lead to exceptional careers. Way to go, SEDC.
Hello everybody, my name is Josh Schneiker and I am the Executive Director of the Seguin Economic Development Corporation. On behalf of the Seguin EDC, staff, and Board of Directors, I'd like to thank the Chamber for awarding us with the Champion for Education Award. Ensuring that we have a strong talent pipeline is a top priority for the Seguin EDC. And in order to do that, we must work with many of our partners within the community, including our local school districts, to meet the needs of businesses. I'd like to again thank the Chamber for presenting us with this award, and we look forward to working with them to continue to address the talent pipeline needs for our community, and look forward to hopefully celebrating another 100 years with them.
Our first Business Excellence Award is being given to a business based on their adaptability to perpetual change and their resilience to rise again quickly after 2 fires in the stores in 2020, and for their excellent customer service and commitment to community during this pandemic.
HEB Seguin, thank you for everything you've done to make shopping in a pandemic a lot safer and easier for all of us. Congratulations.
And thank you.
Honored and thankful to be chosen for the 2020 Business Excellence Award.
We are very proud to be able to serve the city of Seguin and the outlying communities. We want to wish each and every one of you a safe and happy holidays.
Thanks again.
Our second Business Excellence Award for 2020 is being given to 1916 Bar and Bistro for their ability to adapt to constant change, as well as realigning their resources to different business models. We'd like to commend them for addressing the restrictions to bars throughout this year and persevering through it all. Congratulations to our Business Excellence Award of 2020, Greg Woodall of 1916 Bar and Bistro.
The Almont stood over Seguin downtown area for over 100 years. It's with great humility and appreciation that I proudly accept this award on behalf of my family, my staff, and all the kindred spirits who've kind of helped us through these tough times. Once again, stay strong, Seguin.
This next award is a little special to us.
The Ambassador of the Year Award is being given to none other than our wonderful Ambassador Chair, Charles Villeneuve. Charles has been an ambassador for 30 years and during this time has served on multiple committees inside and out of the Chamber. Charles comes early to set up and is the last to leave when it comes to anything Chamber related. He always has a smile on his face and, trust me, a few jokes up his sleeve. We're lucky to have such a generous and reliable Ambassador Chair, which is why this year we honor our guy, Charles Villeneuve, as Ambassador of the Year. Congratulations, Charles.
I want to thank all my fellow ambassadors for this honor. I appreciate your work for the Ambassador Corps with the Chamber, and look forward to many more years as being an ambassador.
And now I'd like to introduce our keynote speaker, who many of you enjoy on Saturday afternoon television, Chet Garner, the Day Tripper.
Howdy y'all, Chet Garner, the Day Tripper here, coming to you live from Georgetown, Texas. Man, I really wish that I would have had the chance to come and see all y'all in Seguin. Truly, I'm not just saying this, one of my favorite towns in Texas. Not just because we made an awesome episode there or because we won a Lone Star Emmy there, because honestly, I just got out of y'all's way and let y'all shine. Y'all have a truly wonderful town, and I was really looking forward to celebrating what is a phenomenal, momentous anniversary with y'all. But alas, another casualty of COVID. But hey, we're still all together, even if it's virtual. And I'm just really excited about everything you guys are building in Seguin. It truly epitomizes what I love so much about Texas is towns like y'all and the community y'all built and the people who are there. Let's be honest, the food, the culture, the outdoor, all of it. Seguin has it in aces. So I hope y'all are well. I hope y'all are safe. And really want to just spend some time here and let y'all know a little bit about my story, my role as the Day Tripper, sharing the stories of Texas, and if I can encourage you guys to just keep telling your story. So, a little bit about my story is, well, I'm a native-born Texan. Despite what the internet may say somewhere, I was born in Comanche, Texas, and really lived there until I was about 6 or 7. And then my dad said, hey, kids, I got a job transfer. We can either move to the mountains or we can move to the beach. And we were kids. I mean, we were like, the beach. And then he moved us to Port Arthur, Texas. And, really loved the area and the people down there for reasons not associated with the beach. But we all of our family still lived in Central Texas. So my early days of traveling Texas, these were the seeds that were planted by my parents, is we would all cram into the back of my dad's Suburban. And I'm one of 4 kids. We had the parents, so there were 6 of us. You had to find a place to hide the Christmas presents. And so what we did in our family Suburban is just rip out the back seat, shove the packages in, and then put a mattress on top. And then we would literally travel 6 or 7 hours on top of a mattress. This is before we cared about the health and safety of children as a society. So it never failed that I would be on some dusty back road. We'd be cruising. I'd be in some state of consciousness, really napping with my brothers and sisters. And I would go from the back of the Suburban to the front of the Suburban as my dad slammed on the brakes to whip around and stop at what I called as a kid tombstones of death. Texas historic markers. There's nothing worse for a child than a Texas historic marker about dead things and dead people, and my dad loved them. And despite his poor storytelling, or rather recapping skills, because there's a lot of information on a marker, I, over time, learned to love the history of Texas. And being a traveling family, I got to see a lot of Texas as a kid. But when you hit that age, 18, and you're naive and you think, oh man, I've already seen it all. I did see a lot of Texas as a kid, but I certainly hadn't seen it all yet. When I hit that age, I was ready to see the world. So I was fortunate enough to take a couple backpacking trips to Europe, went to Asia multiple times, to see all these things that you're supposed to see before you die. Had some wonderful experiences, but overall, I think after traveling the world, I gained a new perspective. I came back to Texas after having seen the things over there and thought, oh my gosh, look at what I've been neglecting in my own town. You pay $2,000 for a plane ticket, you take a couple weeks off of work, and you go and you see something, quote, exotic in another country, only to find out that you've been neglecting the things in our own home state that people from those countries are paying $2,000 to come and see. And so I went to UT, and then I went to law school, and I found myself as this attorney. I know, sorry, keep that secret. I did go to law school. I practiced law for a while. And I found myself as an attorney with all this pin-up wanderlust with nowhere to put it. And when you're at the bottom of a totem pole at a law firm, they don't exactly let you take, month-long gallivanting trips over to Europe. So I didn't have time to travel necessarily. So I would spend my weekends exploring my own backyard with this newfound sort of appreciation for all the things that are right here in the Lone Star State. And what I found is that there are countless things here that are as good as, if not better, than a lot of the things people drop their lives and pay tons of money to go and see overseas. And so, as this attorney with this film degree as an undergrad, I knew that I wanted to spend, what is now 12 years, maybe I'll spend longer, who knows? I'm enjoying myself telling the stories of Texas. I wanted to dedicate what would be my career, my passion, to sharing what I feel like are the often overlooked and underappreciated aspects of the Lone Star State. And I also knew that Texans needed more reasons to be proud of their state. We're just not proud enough. And so I thought, let me go and tell the stories of the small towns. Because, national media is certainly not traveling to places like Seguin, no offense, to pitch it as an international tourist destination. But there's so much in a wonderful town like y'all's that the rest of the Texas and even the country needs to know about and needs to appreciate. And so what we've done now, we're in the middle of season 12. We've been traveling Texas, telling all the stories of the Lone Star State. And it has truly been an absolute joy to be what is a sort of a storyteller about, carrying on the traditions of storytellers that have come, before me for centuries about the Lone Star State of Texas. It's absolutely wonderful. We actually have, storytelling is a tradition in Texas. It goes back probably further than many of y'all know. When you think of a storyteller, you think of someone sitting around a campfire, like a grandpa putting you on his knee, telling you a story. But some of the oldest stories in all of our country and even our continent are found right here in Texas. Any of y'all ever heard of the Cave of the White Shaman? It's rock art, cave art, that's down somewhere around the Rio Grande Valley, around Comstock, Texas. And the people, whoever painted it, were telling stories. You see, stories are what move people. Stories are what connect with people. And me telling the stories of Texas, I can tell you, this is what motivates people to get off their couch and to go explore or to appreciate something differently in a way they didn't appreciate it before. And it's a tradition that goes back centuries upon centuries, thousands of years, eons, here in the Lone Star State of Texas. And so I get to tell the stories of small towns. And I look at these small towns in a couple different ways. People often ask, Chet, how do you pick where you want to go? Well, I look at 3 different categories: food, outdoors, and culture. And I try to pinpoint the things in small towns that make them special in all 3 of those categories. And those are pretty comprehensive categories. And if you think about it, food, my gosh, Texas is a culinary melting pot. We got flavors from all over the world. You can go to the coast and you can get fresh seafood. You can go to the Panhandle, really you can go anywhere in Texas and find a really good steak. I've eaten my share of delicious food. If you think about, in 12 seasons, I've eaten more than my weight in food. One night, I tried to almost eat my weight in Amarillo. Y'all heard of this free 72-ounce steak that they sell up at the Big Texan Steak Ranch? All right, it's free, right? If you can eat it in under an hour. But you can't just eat, the steak, 72 ounces, that's 4.5 pounds. But you also have to eat the baked potato, the shrimp cocktail, the side salad, and the roll, and if you can do it in under an hour. So I actually didn't think I could do it. But I don't step down from a challenge. I bellied up to that steak, and after about getting through just over half of it, I felt like that thing that pops out of your stomach in the movie Alien was about to eat me. My stomach was so incredibly full, I rolled over into a meat coma underneath my seat. They say that if you can't eat the whole steak in under 20 minutes, you might as well walk out the door because it ain't happening, because that's how long it takes your stomach to tell your brain that it's full. So I tried to eat that. Oh my gosh, I've eaten the most amazing Chinese food in Houston. You want to talk about delicious tacos down in the valley, and there's delicious tacos everywhere. There's a delicacy in San Antonio called the puffy taco. It's like a mix between a corn tamale and a taco together. Texas, we invented the chicken fried steak, we invented the hamburger, and Texas, and you might fight me on those words, but a Texan told me, and Texans never lie, so it's true. We were also the first to flight, but that's a whole nother story I'll save for a different day. So food, we've got it knocked out of the park. You want to talk about outdoors? My gosh, we've got Big Bend National Park, Guadalupe Mountains National Park. We have the second largest canyon in the United States in Palo Duro. We have this coastline that stretches for 367 miles. And somewhere around Corpus Christi is, and y'all might not know this, the longest undeveloped barrier island in the world. It's called the North Padre Island National Seashore. And you go down on the beach and literally you will stand in a place, you look to your right, to your left, and you don't see a soul. And you'll travel for 60 miles of just uninterrupted, absolutely beautiful coastline as you travel down the coast. Outdoors, Texas really is like a dozen states in one. We got the piney woods, we got the hill country, we have the high plains, we have the South Texas scrub brush and the valley. It's absolutely phenomenal. And then you want to talk about culture. My goodness, Texas was its own country. We have all that national pride. We have the Native American stories, not to mention just the really strange stories like the Marfa Lights, which we saw out in West Texas. That's a part of our culture. I'm still pretty sure it was just a guy from the Convention and Visitors Bureau or the Chamber of Commerce running around there with a flashlight, but I can't prove it, so I'll stop saying it. So you start to look at these things when you look at the lens of a town. You go, wow, there are truly stories to tell. And that couldn't be more true than with a town like Seguin. You guys have some of the richest, deepest stories in your town. Just think about it. Culture. Juan Seguin, one of the absolute unsung heroes of the Texas Revolution. And that story will move you to tears about how he delivered the letter from the Alamo, went on to become a hero of San Jacinto. Y'all got the largest nutcracker museum in the world. You've got the largest pecan in the world. You got 3 of the largest pecans in the world. And not to mention just your square. Well, it's actually not a square. With the plaza, it's a rectangle. You've got your rectangle, your history, your people, your culture. It's just absolutely phenomenal. Then let's move into food. Güero's tacos. Come on. You want barbecue? How about burnt bean? How about Davila's? You want to talk about steak. You can get steak all over the place. You get sushi, Mexican food, some of the best meals I've had on the road. Kirby's Burgers, absolutely phenomenal. Y'all got some excellent food in Seguin. And then you want to talk about outdoors. Well, it doesn't get much better than the Guadalupe River. One of our most beautiful, pristine rivers goes right through your town. You've got, Sun's Island, which is an island on a river, which is absolute oasis up there. And as you just all of those things together make Seguin such a wonderful place. And there's one, in every one of you is an ambassador for your city. And you may already know that, but more than just ambassadors, like me, you guys are storytellers. And one of my favorite quotes goes something like this. All of us are storytellers. Sorry, bomb that. So it goes something like this. All of us are storytellers. Some of us just don't know it yet. And the truth is, we go through life telling stories at every turn. When someone asks, where are you from? You say, well, I'm this little town east of San Antonio. Well, you just told them a story that minimized your town. Versus, we're from one of the most vibrant cities called Seguin on the Guadalupe River. Right there, you told them a story and you made them want to learn more about the city you come from. And just like Texas, Seguin has a long history of storytelling. You guys are celebrating 100 years at the Chamber of Commerce, telling the story of Seguin, both to the people who live in Seguin, but to the people who live across East San Antonio, people in San Antonio, people who live across Texas, and the people who live across the country and even the world. So you guys carry on a very long tradition of storytelling. And I was looking at the timeline. It actually goes back even before that. You guys have been telling the story of Seguin for a very long time. And here's the most interesting part is the story is always changing. And with Seguin, it's getting better. Seguin is sitting in what I call the sweet spot and being able to see trends all across Texas. If you're within 30, 40 miles of what is a booming metroplex now, and you have historic assets, just like Seguin, the sky's the limit. You know, for so long, small towns kind of neglected their downtown areas, and they moved a lot of their growth to the highway. You guys are, in a lot of ways, like Georgetown, you're perched on a highway, and a lot of the growth went that way. But now people are starting to realize what a critical piece of the story the downtown historic assets are. And so Seguin is already going through a boom in revitalization, and let me tell you, that's going to continue. So you guys are now tasked with the objective of, one, growing smart, also keeping telling the story and retaining that story that's told in the streets, in the buildings, in the businesses, in the people. It truly, truly is something special. And so, you know, embrace your role as a storyteller. And as you go out, you know, think of it. Everybody I meet, I'm telling them something. Am I telling them something that minimizes where I'm from, or am I telling them something that truly shows that you're proud of where you're from? I mean, there's a lot of reasons to be proud of coming from Seguin. And I really wish that I would have had the opportunity to be there with you tonight in Seguin. But don't worry, we'll make it happen very, very soon. Y'all, thank y'all very much for giving me part of your evening to chat with you, to share some of my story, to encourage you to share your story. And I will see y'all out there on the road. Y'all be safe, and vaya con Dios, amigos.
A state-of-the-art medical facility, board-certified and experienced physicians, the most advanced technology, comprehensive specialties and services, and an authentic, undeniable compassion for this community. You'll find all of it and more at Guadalupe Regional Medical Center. Beyond this spacious and welcoming lobby lies a modern hospital where you'll benefit from the latest technology, including 2 top-of-the-line cath labs, and being the only facility in the region with 2 Da Vinci Xi robotic surgical systems. Expectant moms can welcome their bundles of joy in a private and secure birthing center with the very best in pediatric care, including an on-staff neonatologist. Modern and renovated patient rooms throughout the hospital were designed with your comfort and your family's comfort in mind. And a fully equipped emergency department is there for you 24/7. But the real heart of GRMC is the exceptional staff and the variety of specialties it brings to this area. GRMC's board-certified and experienced physicians are rivaled only by a dedicated nursing staff that is second to none. This dedication to your health and wellness can be seen throughout GRMC. A philosophy of teamwork and collaboration are the framework for your care. From our enthusiastic certified diabetes educator to the knowledgeable and inspiring trainers at our world-class gym. For over 50 years, GRMC has been providing the most exceptional care to the most exceptional part of Texas. We aim to keep it that way. Everyone at GRMC is proud to make a positive difference in the lives we are privileged to touch, including yours.
First Commercial Bank knows what Texans look for in a bank: integrity, tradition, and most of all, reliability. Founded in 1983, FCB is headquartered in Seguin and continues to be locally owned and operated.
At First Commercial Bank, we offer a full array of products for all of your financial services needs, including commercial and personal banking, loans, treasury management, online banking, mortgages, insurance, and investments. We have expanded outside of Seguin to include locations in New Braunfels, San Antonio, Pearsall, and Jordanton.
At First Commercial Bank, we believe in taking an active role in the community and appreciate where we live and work. We are excited to help our neighbors grow professionally and personally. We want to extend our deepest congratulations to the Seguin Chamber of Commerce for their 100-year anniversary. We look forward to continuing our close partnership for the next 100 years. Visit us online at 1cb.com, member FDIC.
Next award is Woman of Influence. It is being presented to a woman dedicated to serving her community by accepting and excelling at leadership roles in many areas. She is organized, resourceful, and proficient, which makes her highly sought out to lead successful projects such as Chair of the Hot Shots Fish Fry, President of the Livonia Chamber, Ambassador of the Church Chamber, and a member of other service organizations in our area. Casey Tankersley is being named for the first ever Woman of Influence Award for 2020. Congratulations, Casey, and thank you for all you do for our Seguin Chamber of Commerce.
Thank you so much for this recognition. I want to thank the Seguin Chamber of Commerce as well as the Board of Directors. I am so honored to be recognized this evening, and I'm so privileged to work for GVEC and get to represent GVEC as the Community Relations Rep and be a part of this great Seguin community.
Hi, my name is Wes Medding. I'm the Banking Center Manager here at Prosperity Bank in Seguin, Texas. We're very excited to be part of the community here.
I'm Lisa Hernandez, Senior Vice President. We are grateful to be a part of the Seguin Chamber Centennial Celebration, and we look forward to the many years to come.
Come by Prosperity Bank here in Seguin to sign up for our Good Sense Savings Program.
And shop locally and save with every purchase.
The Seguin Gazette has been serving and supporting this great community since 1888. We are proud, longtime partners with the Seguin Area Chamber of Commerce, and we will continue to help grow businesses throughout all of Guadalupe County for the next 100 years. While this past year has been a challenging one, we're all continued to find ways to adapt and overcome. Congratulations, Seguin Chamber, in your first 100 years, and we look forward to working with you over the next 100 years and more.
Our next award is our Rising Star.
Our young professional group started only a couple years ago, and in that time has given young professionals in this area the opportunity to network and learn what it takes to have a successful career. All of its success would not have been possible if it wasn't for the dedication and leadership of one individual. Chelsea Roberts has served as the chair of YP since its start and continues to bring bright and fresh ideas to the table. She works relentlessly to ensure the growth of the program, and even during COVID, was able to keep the group going.
From all of our Seguin young professionals, we'd like to say congratulations, Chelsea, and thank you for all you do. You really are our rising star.
Thank you, Seguin Chamber of Commerce, for honoring me with the Young Professional of the Year award. I appreciate this honor, and I'm excited to see what the future holds for the young professionals of Seguin. Thank you.
At First United Bank, we are committed to making a difference in the lives of others and sharing our time and hearts with our communities. That's why we created our United Partner Program, United We Serve.
United We Serve and United We Stand with our local nonprofit organizations. The United Partner Program offers an opportunity for nonprofits to provide supporters with a way to give back just by doing their everyday banking.
United We Serve and United We Can Give. When you open your account under the United Partner Program, you receive a special offer. Complete the requirements for the offer and we not only give to you,
First United will make a donation to the United Partner Program nonprofit organization too. You get to give back and get additional benefits and convenience for all your banking needs.
United We Serve and United We Love our communities. We exist to help each other, our families, and our communities to spend life wisely.
With a holistic approach to life that encompasses faith, finance, health, and growth.
Living a life of love and impact is a journey of small steps, and at First United Bank, we are here to inspire and empower you along the way.
We serve and United We stand. Contact a nonprofit you support today to find out more about the United Partner Program.
Thank you for all the love and impact you create in our community.
United we give. United we love. United we serve.
Under the leadership of Robert Haynes, CEO of the Guadalupe Regional Medical Center, the Seguin and Guadalupe County area have been provided with excellent medical care and informed advice during the pandemic. His team met regularly with manufacturers as well as school districts to advise and collaborate on how to open and run their organizations safely while meeting the needs of the community. The medical and administrative personnel displayed excellence and stamina in meeting the medical needs of our community, as well as coordinating monthly outreaches to thousands of people who need food, prescriptions, and care. Congratulations to Robert and GRMC.
Hi, I'm Robert Haynes, CEO of the Guadalupe Regional Medical Center. On behalf of Guadalupe Regional Medical Center and its 850 employees, I accept this award and thank you very much.
Doug Parker has been committed to serving his community for a lifetime. His work with the schools in developing a pharmacy tech program and continuing on in an advisory role has given many Seguin area students the opportunity to enter into a high-demand occupation, earning more and contributing to the overall excellence and pride in our community. Doug has led the Heritage Museum Board, has been on the Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors, and has served on the Emmanuel Lutheran Council for many years. Congratulations, Doug.
Oh, this is quite an honor for me to be the co-recipients of the Community Service Award. I've been blessed by so many things, but this is very humbling. In this past year, 2020, to serve as chair of the Seguin Area Chamber of Commerce, and now to be honored in this way as a co-recipient of the Community Service Award, along with my good friend Robert Haynes of Guadalupe Regional Medical Center. Our relationship goes back some almost 30 years, Guadalupe Regional Hospital, and it's been a wonderful relationship. I'm very proud of it, but I can only say thank you to the Seguin Area Chamber of Commerce for this high honor. I am deeply honored. Thank you.
GVEC is the local name you've trusted for over 80 years, providing reliable electricity, AC heating system sales, maintenance and repair, solar and battery storage solutions, professional electrician services, and high-speed internet. Offering top-notch products and services at competitive prices, GVEC is a one-stop shop for all your home and business needs. Check our websites today for current promotions. Call GVEC or visit us online.
I'm Kyle Stevens with the H-E-B Produce Department. We're all about bringing the freshest, best produce available to every single store in Texas. That's why we work with local growers to buy grapefruit, corn, blueberries, and tons more. Over 100 million pounds every year. In fact, we sell more produce than anyone else in Texas. A lot of it grown right here in our beautiful backyard. This is the Fresh Texas Produce Department at H-E-B. No store does more than my H-E-B.
I would like to thank our Chamber directors who have completed their terms of office for their dedication directing the affairs of the Chamber of Commerce. Elaine Bennett served from 2014 to 2020. Donna Dodgen served in 2020. Roger Gonzalez from 2019 to 2020. Betsy Flood, 2017 to 2020. C.B. Kirkland, 2018 through 2020, and Elizabeth Sepulveda, 2016 through 2020.
Hey guys, this is Jay Fonsteel with Advanced Home Health. I'm the lead marketer for the Texas team. We've been around for over 20 years actually. We provide nursing, physical therapy, occupational therapy, things for folks that really can't get to the doctor like they need to, those sort of things. So we now have an office in Dallas, we have an office in Houston. My territory is here in Seguin. We are so blessed to support and be supported by a wonderful organization like the Seguin Chamber of Commerce. We're excited as we can be to be a part of this 100-year Centennial celebration. We hope that they're around another 100 years and support our community as well as they have for so long. So we're just very blessed to be a part of this community and to be associated with this great chamber we have here in Seguin.
When you want to treat yourself to a night of not cooking, keep it simple. When you've got opposing appetites, feel daunted by deadlines, or need a timeout from takeout, keep it simple. Anytime you want a chef-inspired home-cooked meal, minus the whole cooking thing, keep it simple. H-E-B Meal Simple. Hundreds of freshly prepared meal options ready to grab and go or heat and eat. Available only at H-E-B.
One of the nice perks about being the chairman of the Seguin Area Chamber of Commerce is every year the outgoing chair has the privilege of selecting someone from the community that he feels has been an outstanding contributor to Seguin and Guadalupe County, and that is the recipient of the Chairman's Award. So this year I selected someone that's been very aggressive, but yet at the same time being very responsible and in his approach of making things happen. And that recipient is our only gosh, I love this town, ex-mayor Don Kyle.
Hello everybody, my name is Don Kyle, and it's been my privilege to serve the city of Seguin as mayor for the past 8 years. And I tell you, I am so honored and gratified to receive this award from the Chamber of Commerce. As most people know, I do love this town, and there is just no better way to end my 2 terms than to have this wonderful award given to me. I am just so honored by it, and I want to thank the Chamber and the City of Seguin for this great honor.
I would like to thank our Chamber directors who have completed their terms of office for their dedication directing the affairs of the Chamber of Commerce. Elaine Bennett served from 2014 to 2020. Donna Dodgen served in 2020. Roger Gonzalez from 2019 to 2020. Betsy Flood, 2017 to 2020. C.B. Kirkland, 2018 through 2020. And Elizabeth Sepulveda, 2016 through 2020.
Oh, what an honor it is to have been the chair of the Seguin Area Chamber of Commerce 2020. It was extremely exhilarating and challenging at times, especially with the COVID-19 changes that had to take place. But we still weathered the storm, and I'm very proud of my year as chairman. It's going to be passed on to good hands to Lea Phelps. I know she'll do an outstanding job, but I will miss I'll still be on board as the outgoing chair and as a voice for Lea whenever she needs some guidance and assistance. But this has been a pleasure and an honor for me to serve as the chair. I will miss so many things that we've had to cut back on this year, such as our luncheons and our mixers. Those were all so much fun and fellowship, and so they've already been reduced to mostly a Zoom format. So we've been curtailed in a lot of ways, but I think we still succeeded in our mission to making Seguin and Guadalupe County a better place to live, work, and thrive. Thank you very much for the support of all the chamber staff, all the members, the other directors on the board, and I say goodbye to you, but I'll still be around as the outgoing chair. Thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Lea Phelps, and I am the incoming chair for the Seguin Area Chamber of Commerce 2020-21. I'm excited and I'm honored to be a part of this chamber and to see how far we have come in the last 100 years. Looking back at all of the photographs that have been collected and came from the library and the museum here in town, it's been exciting to see what Seguin used to be and to know that Seguin can once again shine just as bright as it has in the past. And I'm excited to be a part of that, and I'm looking forward to all of the growth that is coming into our area, and looking forward to growing our Chamber of Commerce and to working with each individual business and the entire board. I would like to thank everyone for being here tonight to enjoy this celebration, and I hope that you're having as much fun being here as we have put this together for you.
The recording of today's video will be available on YouTube and Facebook for all to see. Be safe and good night.